Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this update, let's follow up on what we talked about yesterday in terms of the Dow. And I think the thing that probably is the most unsettling for a lot of traders is what it feels like to be buying a dip. Now, a lot of people talk about buying dips, but they're not really used to the bearish momentum that they're stepping into to buy. A lot of traders feel more comfortable when the market's moving higher and they're buying. But remember that if you're a futures trader, the limit order that you've placed to enter needs to be traded through. So you do need some of that bearish momentum to the level that you've got your limit order waiting at. Oftentimes, I'm going to presume that prices have to trade through the limit order for me to get the fill. So place your limit orders with that knowledge that not only do prices have to reach that level, but they'll likely have to trade through it by a tick. And that means you might step up the price of your limit order by a tick or two. Okay. The other thing is remembering that the way in which previous pullbacks behaved is going to tell you a lot about what probably the next pullback is going to look like. Not every time, but it's going to give you a little bit more insight. And it seems like each pullback that we've seen has been a little bit more, I should say a little less volatile in terms of the break of the wave. And that should not negate these pullbacks here that were valid buys as well. So you've really got two types of trades going on here. Now you might ask yourself, well, they're all limit orders. Okay, Rog, I get that, but how do I know if I want to take this type of entry where the market pulled back pretty severely and broke the wave but still rallied, or whether I want to take this type of entry where the market clearly has pulled back, but it doesn't pull back as far? And that is going to have to do with the deciding factor is risk, right? What's the risk you're willing to tolerate? And can you control risk with position size? And my answer to that is, first of all, yes, both are valid, and you can control risk with position size. And that means that this area here is generally going to be really no more than about half of my number of contracts, as opposed to this, where I'll end up with a full number of contracts because we've just traveled deeper within the zone. Because we only hit the upper level of the zone here as opposed to the upper and the lower zone of the wave, roughly I'll only have about half my position size, which is better than nothing. Here I'll end up with full position size. Here I ended up with full position size, okay? So risk and position size really are a very similar conversation. So once we understand how much the market could move, we can start to understand where we do want to engage the market. Now, today's low is basically akin to this candle within the previous pattern, all right? So I would say that so really tomorrow and going into Monday, I'm looking for the move higher. And remember that we also have the pit below phenomena at work. If you want to pause the video here just for a moment, these are the general notes that I share with members for understanding pit belows. And then I also want to keep in mind that there is an interesting seasonal going into September 11. And interestingly enough, it's usually bullish. There's usually a bullish push after that date. So we have some seasonal tendencies lining up with the actual pattern, lining up with this trend, trying to gain some traction. So this is a follow-up on that Dow setup from yesterday's video. If you haven't checked it out, head on over to the Simpler Trading YouTube channel, where you will find not only the free videos, but also the daily charts and coffee show that I do each morning from 9 to 9:20 a.m. Eastern before we open up all the different chat rooms. And so, it's a great pre-open show. And then also tomorrow, speaking of the open, I'll be trading the open for our workspace bundle special, which you can still pick up. You can pick it up at simplertrading.com/Raghee workspace bundle. There's 2 sessions of live trading, the first being tomorrow, Friday, and we'll be going likely about 9:20. I think we're slated to go from 9:20 to 11:30. I won't be surprised if we kind of stretch with questions to noon. We're going to be focused on end of day setups, my swing trading setups, much like these, and how we use things like the V-score and the JT trend and the grab and the wave, etc. And then on Monday, we're going to do intraday trading. So we're going to shorten the time frame up, take a look at some 2-minute time frames, take a look at some 5-minute time frames with the same bundle. And so from Monday, same time, we'll be focusing on intraday. So you can check that out over at the simpler.com/Raghee-workspace-bundle. I'll see y'all in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.